MrBeast is currently the most subscribed channel in all of YouTube, with over 360 million subscribers, more than the population of the United States, or more than the populations of the United Kingdom, France, Russia, Italy, Germany, and Spain all combined. With that being said, there's no surprise that he'll eventually make his own show. Ever since 2021, his challenges have been getting bigger and bigger, with some videos getting over 300 million views. So on March 14th, 2024, Jimmy Donaldson announced that he had made a $100 million deal with Amazon to produce a reality TV series that will premiere on Amazon Prime. What made this show super impressive is the size of this thing. It started with 2,000 contestants, however, only half of them will make it to the first episode, meaning that the challenge would officially start with 1,000 contestants. It would also have over $5 million, making it the largest grand prize in entertainment history. They would also make a lot of things for this challenge. For example, an entire city located in Canada, as well as an entire island for these challenges. Because of the size of the show, it would take months for production and construction to even start. And that was even considering the fact that they even had that many contestants. Of course, because they had to find over 2,000 contestants, it wouldn't be until 4 months later, on July 18th, 2024, where they would finally start filming Beast Games in the Allen Giants Stadium in Las Vegas, which, fun fact, was the same location Super Bowl 58 was a few months prior. Now around this time, MrBeast was in the peak. He just passed C-Series on June 1st, making him the most subscribed channel on all of YouTube, as well as hit 300 million subscribers on July 10th, and released his 50 YouTuber challenge 3 days later on July 13th. Everything was doing great for him. People loved him for his charity and impressive videos, and people wanted to see him grow even more. However, while June and the first half of July proved to be great months for Jimmy, the rest, not so much. On July 16th, Adriox, a Sunny V2 clone, posted a video exposing Avery Chris Tyson for allegations involving her past behavior. And because of a lot of communication from MrBeast, people started to lose faith in him. A few days later, on July 24th, Dogpack404 made his video against MrBeast exposing a lot of his scandals, like illegal lotteries and scummy tactics. And while yes, most of these have been disproven, because of how realistic Dogpack404 was, especially from the fact that he was a former MrBeast employee, many people turned against him. Now you're probably wondering, why am I mentioning these two controversies, and what do they have to do with Beast Games? Well, because around the same time, another controversy was happening. While filming, many contestants have been getting severely injured, hospitalized, and have been experiencing pretty inappropriate behaviors from other contestants. And yes, you could blame Amazon, as they were also one of the people responsible for this challenge, but the other two controversies have shown MrBeast was not a great person after all. And because of how many people felt betrayed, they would obviously use anything to use against MrBeast. Of course, this incident was a perfect example of using something against MrBeast. The following month, August, proved to be one of MrBeast's worst months yet. While the situation with Avery Chris Tyson had ended, Dogpack404 released a sequel video against MrBeast. One of the major reasons why this video did so well is because Jake Weddle, which even after most of the allegations have been disproven, still is one of the only few allegations that is still true. In little context, Jake Weddle had to do a challenge where he tried to stay in the room for as many days as he can. But as the days went on, his mental health began to slowly decline, and eventually it led to him having a horrible experience. Many people saw this and connected it with the treatment that the contestants were having at Beast Games, and this upset a lot of people. However, despite all this drama, the filming still had to continue. And the next filming session would happen in Toronto, Canada, which is where the first episode was produced. However, more allegations came against MrBeast, like many employees being SA'd, low wages, and once again a lot of contestants being hospitalized. September wasn't a good month either, as we started getting to the point where news stations like the NBC were starting to talk about MrBeast, and specifically the Beast Game situation, which definitely hurted MrBeast's reputation. Things got worse on September 11th as a tower on the MrBeast set fell, injuring someone. Also, yeah, off topic, but yeah, it's pretty crazy that another tower fell 23 years after the 9/11 attacks. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. On September 16th, a lawsuit was filed against MrBeast and Amazon because of the terrible conditions. And it just proved that, yeah, MrBeast was not in a good position, because with these massive dramas, his reputation was completely hurt. His subscriber count was only a fraction of what it was back in June, which only proved to me that maybe this was the end of MrBeast. During the rest of September and early October, things were still pretty rough. Around this time, MrBeast had a collaboration with KSI Logan Paul, making Lunchly, which, because of how unhealthy it was and how badly the food was packaged, caused more backlash as well. Despite this though, Beast Games still had to be filmed, and it was now being filmed in the Pearl Islands in Panama. November turned out to be a much better month for MrBeast. On the 15th, Soggy Celia released his video exposing Dogpack404, meaning that a lot of the things Dogpack404 said was fake. While this did help MrBeast's reputation bounce back, not fully, as there were some things that people did not like MrBeast for, like the crypto hacks, what he did to Jake Weddle, and of course, the treatment people had at Beast Games. Despite this, MrBeast went somewhat back to normal. I mean, his growth is back to normal levels, and people start to watch his videos again. And on December 2024, Beast Games would finally premiere. So, was it worth it? Was all the controversy that hurt MrBeast's reputation worth it? Well, let's see. Just in time for the holiday season, episodes 1 and 2 released on December 19th. On that same day, MrBeast released a prequel video to the challenge. The prequel video had started with 2,000 contestants, and the 1,000 remaining would go on to episode 1. Anyone who survived episode 1 would go on to episode 2, like most game shows. Now, the reception of the show was complicated. Some people loved it and thought it was really impressive, but others did not. As of now, it has a 13% score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is even worse than Ice Age Collision Course, which is one of the most hated animated movies of all time. Now, some of the complaints were not about the show itself, as many hated the show due to its trouble with production or the controversy surrounding MrBeast in a few months back, while others were about the actual show itself. One major complaint was the challenges. Most of them were basically luck-based, or brides. Basically, it would go like this. Let's say MrBeast asks a contestant to leave. If they leave, they get X amount of money, but they have to eliminate X amount of people. That's basically what most of the challenges are. Of course, this led to many of the contestants getting eliminated without even doing anything. Other challenges were basically luck-based, with only a few of them actually involving actual skill. Another example is the fact that they had to eliminate 500 people. Half the contestants saw the episode 1.
This game is the final hurdle between you and moving on in this competition. I will be offering bribes, and whichever person accepts it will eliminate themselves and their rows.
Imagine just participating in Beast Games, only for you to be eliminated in the same place you started. That would definitely be devastating, and most people found the show as pretty disturbing, with the amount of backstabbing, manipulation, and crying shown in the videos. And while yes, this has happened in MrBeast videos before, not at this scale. Another complaint was despite showing all of that what I just mentioned, it had a lack of focus on contestants, most of them being referred to as the numbers, and most of them only having little screen time. Despite this, the show itself was still pretty successful. It had the second largest series debut on Amazon Prime, with over 50 million viewers in its first 25 days, most being from the US. The show also ended up breaking 44 records, which is impressive, but at the same time it's MrBeast, what do you expect? Episode 3 released on December 26th and episode 4 released on January 2nd, and the episodes continue to come out throughout the months of January and February. Final episode had released on February 13th, with Jeff Allen winning the prize of $10 million, which is actually double the original prize. Although to be fair though, most of the prize is going to taxes like the federal and state governments, so he actually won $5 million, which was the original price. So what's my opinion on this? Wow, I do think the show is super impressive, especially for a YouTuber. I mean, he went out of his way to build massive sets, rent little islands, and the fact that you were able to find over 2,000 contestants for this is insane. However, despite this, because of how impressive the project was, it honestly had a lot of problems, and the reputation was pretty bad. I mean, from the poor treatment to the way the videos were structured, and even other dramas, Beast Games was pretty much hated on by most of the community. But at the end of the day though, the show was still a massive success, both for Amazon and MrBeast himself. As MrBeast continues to expand its audience and increase its power in the world, it's up to the human mind or ourselves to understand what will MrBeast do next? How big will these challenges go? What more can he do? And the biggest question is, what is the limit to all this? I guess we'll have to wait and find out for the next few years. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more videos like these, and I'll see you guys soon.